know Ryan and Jake Paul are friends. You ever consider anything a matchup of those two fighters, Oscar, or is that something that is just a little bit too kind of like a sideshow at this point?
Yeah, no, it's just different weight class.
Yeah.
And let me just
Very
say
true, right? Jake is a
yeah,
bigger
he's
man, clearly.
big guy. But let me tell you one thing about Jake Paul. He's the real deal. I'm gonna tell you that. With only 4 or 5 fights and the way he's taking it serious, Jake Paul is the real deal. And I dare anyone who has boxing experience, who has MMA experience, to call him out, because I'll tell you one thing: this guy can beat a lot of good champions and even maybe great champions. So I think Paul's on something because he's taking it serious.
Yeah.
You know, this is not a one off, a two off, a three off. No, he wants to become a world champion. And there's no way out of becoming world champion. You have to fight the very best. So
Right.
he's doing right. So I just wanted to say that, man, that Jake Paul's doing the right thing.
And coming from you, that is obviously an incredible compliment. Set aside all the promotion and some of the trolling stuff he does, Oscar, if you were to just watch him as this boxing expert that you are, and you look at him, you say that's a guy who could be a world champion? Is he that level of talented?
He's on his way to becoming a contender, and he's on his way to becoming a world contender, then a world champion. If he keeps it up, look, all the social media stuff, everybody wants to be him. Think about it. Everybody wants followers. Everybody's on social media. What's wrong with him having, 19 plus million followers? There's nothing wrong with that. It's
Nothing.
actually, it's wonderful for the sport. So it's like, I mean, enough with that BS, right? Let him be. He's doing the right thing. He's great for boxing. And I really hope he does become world champion.
I don't want to. I don't want to walk you into a big headline here, but he told me this maybe a year ago or so. I said, "What's the dream? What's your dream fight?" And he said he wants to fight Canelo. Could you see that fight happening in the future?
I mean, look, anything can happen in boxing. I think in order to fight an elite fighter like that, like Canelo,
Yeah.
You have to prove yourself. You have to have a world title. You have to fight a few contenders, a few world champions. You can't just go in there. It wouldn't be fair,
Right.
for other world champions that are waiting in line to fight Canelo. So look, Jake Paul has all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Young guy, he can work himself up the ladder.
Yeah.
Possibly fight Canelo in the near future. Who knows? A couple years from now, maybe. I think Jake Paul, the way he keeps proving himself, the way he trains in the gym, because I have voices everywhere, I have eyes everywhere, and Jake Paul, he's working his ass off, and I'm actually proud of that, because he picked the sport that I grew up in.
Yeah.
Picked the sport that is very difficult, and so kudos to him.